Hey guys, it's Stu. Just a quick inbox review of not one, but actually two figure sets. The first one is one I'm actually using one figure for the Mike Cohen tribute build. Our honorary Lord Cohen, as he's known. And he's probably sitting there thinking to himself, oh God, he's embarrassing me again. Well, I've got to keep my hand in, Mike, you know me. Anyway, apart from that, as I say, I'm using it for the tribute build to Mike, which I'm thoroughly enjoying, I have to say. And without further ado, I'll just basically take the figures out, okay? And then we can have a quick look at the detail on them. I have to say that I was quite pleasantly surprised at the level of detail on these figures, considering Zvezda's not always got a good name for its kits. But figure-wise, even by our honorary Lord Cohen, he also rates them, and I have to say I'm in full agreement with him. And if you look at the detail on these tunics, it is just absolutely fantastic. The way they've caught the creases of the material in the tunics and the trousers, the poses I quite like as well, I have to say. I mean, they're absolutely fantastic for a diorama. I mean, the one that's actually, the scene that's actually depicted on the box, I may well possibly at some stage in the future recreate. Admittedly, I'm not going to have the guy who's actually standing on the tiger because I'm using that figure for this build at present. But interestingly, in the illustration, it shows that he's wearing a flat cap, whereas in the actual kit itself, he's actually wearing the cap that this guy here with the glasses is wearing. Okay, so not always what you see is what you get with these kits, but the scene depicted is quite good actually, because it looks as though they're actually sort of stopped halfway through the campaign, just basically trying to ascertain which is the best plan of attack, as it were, to go forward. So that would make a good little story. But anyway, as I say, the level of detail on these figures is absolutely fantastic. Even the faces, if I can find one, if you'll just bear with me guys. Right here, as you can see, is really brilliant. The expressions on the faces, absolutely fantastic. Now, you do get an instruction sheet with this kit, as it were, just giving you a little overview of the history about the crews. Generally, it's based on a Tiger crew of 5, as you can see there. From the period of 43, which was from Kursk right up until the end of the war in 1945. However, if it's in 43, a lot of their tunics would be absolutely black, not the ambush scheme as depicted here. That didn't come in until around about sort of 1944 with the Normandy campaign. Okay. On here inside, like the instruction leaflet, which is just an ordinary A4. Actually, it's an A2, I would say. Or is it an A3? I don't know. You've got the sprue tree of all the figures, as you can see here. And then you've got the various assembly stages of all the figures which are featured. Now, you could always have them as a group, or you could do them separately. I mean, the choice is basically yours. Okay. I've even got a guy here lighting up a cigarette. How about that? Brilliant. And then there's a guy here looking at the map. And then obviously you've got the guy kneeling down, going through a plan of attack, as it were. Okay? Absolutely fantastic. Then here we've got the colour guide for all the tunics in Mr. Colour or Mr. Hobby colours, or is it Model Master? I think it's Model Master. Yep, Model Master, as you can see there. And then just a general illustration of the colour guide for the ambush scheme tunics, as you can see there. Or alternately, you can do it in the old Panzer Black scheme. Okay, so that's that set. And in case you want to look it up on the internet, the actual set number is, if I can get the damn thing to focus, well, I'll tell you anyway, it's 3614. That's set 3614. Okay, guys? Anyway, that's the zvezda set done. Okay, I'll just pop them back in there, if I can get the damn things back in. Okay, that's them sorted out. Then we move on to the next set. This is one of Dragon's sets. Again, if you want the actual number, if I can find it, it is 6028. So that's 6028, and this is basically the Tiger Aces set, based around about the Normandy campaign. It's obviously principally based on Tiger Aces, as you can see illustrated in the illustration on the front of the box. And this one actually came out last year to coincide with the 50th anniversary of the Normandy invasion, D-Day. So I think this one is actually illustrating Whitman's last Tiger, and his crew, as you can see, is actually, well, one of the figures is standing in front of Tiger 007, which was the last Tiger that unfortunately him and his crew were killed in. Okay, around about the 9th of August. Disappointingly with this one, there is no instruction set to assemble the figures, which I'm quite surprised at, considering Dragon's good name. But again, I suppose they actually think that you should do some research before actually getting the kit, which is the case with most of their armour kits. So I would check your references first, guys, okay? Anyway, on the side of the box you've got the illustration again, and I think that's about it. Yeah, that's the only thing. On the back of the box you've got a colour guide, as you can see here. Again, the colours are basically by Mr. Hobby or Model Master. But as I've explained in a very earlier video, you can get an app called Colour Co. I think it's called Colour App? Model Colour App or something. You can download that from Google, or Google it, and basically you'll be able to convert the colours to Tamiya or Umbro or any other brand. Again, this is basically based on the Normandy campaign, so it's the ambush scheme tunics that you can see there. Okay, so that's quite handy. And then it's just showing you some illustrations of all the accessories that come with some of the figures, like headphones, the Panzer jacket, and obviously his assault rifle holder. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the figures themselves. Right, as you can see here, again, the level of detail on these, I'll get it under the light, because unfortunately my flash is not now working, again, is fantastic. They've caught the creases in the tunics beautifully. I'm sorry it's not, as you can see, the actual faces are quite well done as well, and the level of detail on the tunics is absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm not going to take it out of the bag because I'm not actually going to use it at the moment. Again, on the back of the uniforms, you can just see the creasing. Some light. There you go. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really detailed. As you can see there. I mean, I may well use this set in a future build, possibly, because I've got another couple of Tigers to build at some stage. I've got the Italeri one, and then obviously I've got the 3-in-1 late Tiger set, so I might use them for that. But as I say, the level of detail, I mean, look at this one. The detail in his uniform, what with the radio equipment and everything, absolutely brilliant. And then you've got his face there with the expression. Absolutely fantastic. If I could turn it around, you can actually see it. If I can get my hand out of the way. If I can get it into focus again as well. There you go. Really well done. So basically that's the two sets, as you can see here. Dragon do a number of sets of various figures, worth looking up, especially on eBay, because you can get some really good deals. And again with the Zvezda sets as well. Also, whilst I'm here, basically I've done a bit more work on the Tiger today. I've started actually painting all the tools and all the various details on the kit, as you can see here. I've painted the interior of the hatch. Basically there's a commander's cupola, and then obviously you got the loader's hatch there, which you can see, and I've basically painted the filters. All the tow bars are all done, and I've started painting all the tools, which you can see at the front here. And then obviously you've got the little ammunition pack there, which I've actually painted as well. So yeah, she's coming on well, guys. And also I've painted the radio array there, the antenna. So yep, she's coming on. She's really coming on. And then also I've primed the tracks today as well as the actual figure, which is from the Zvezda set, which you can actually see here. If I can get him in the light again. Again, the level of detail on him is just absolutely mind-blowing. Really beautifully made. It fits together like a dream. And as I say, you can just see as I said in the previous comment about the Zvezda sets, the level of detail on this is absolutely fantastic. Even with the radio set he's got there, just virtually hanging on. And I like the pose. I really do like the pose. It goes extremely well with the kit, and will depict a really good sort of scene for Kursk. But as I say, unfortunately I'm not going to have time enough to actually build the diorama for it. I may well do that a future date and then do a sort of latter final reveal, as it were. So basically that's it, guys. Oh, and before I go, I did actually forget to mention I've got some reference material. Few good books here I've actually sort of bought over the last couple of months. This one most recently, which is actually written by Otto Carriers, which is Tigers in the Mud. I've not read it yet, but I'm very much looking forward to reading it, as it's sort of the first-hand account from Otto himself, who unfortunately passed away around about a month ago. So yeah, a bit of a sad loss. I didn't agree with, I'm not saying that I agree with what they represented, but obviously Otto was not a real Nazi. No, he was just basically under the thumb, like most of them were, unfortunately. But a great tactician and a great tank ace. And also in his years after the war, he actually ran his own bakery right up until the day he died. So rest in peace, my friend. Okay. And then basically also here I bought another book over Christmas, which is Snow and Seal, about the Battle of the Bulge. Very highly detailed by the looks of it. And I did do a previous review on this book. So yeah, if you can get hold of a copy, do so. And then one behind that, again, as you can see, is this lovely book here, Tigers in Normandy, which Paul Bretland from ISM actually heartily recommended. It is a super book. So if you're looking for any reference material to do a diorama on the Normandy campaign, certainly get one. I snapped it up off I think of Amazon for about £17.99, I think. So yeah, I did pretty well out of that. But a fantastic book. Definitely get hold of one. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Hope you liked the review. If you did, subscribe. So until then, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll see you on an update about the Tiger build very soon.